Hey YouTube, it's RootTube here. Today I'm doing a mixed vegetable pasta salad. And it can be served warm or hot. First things first. Gonna get my water hot. I'm gonna use the basket because I don't feel like dirtying a bunch of stuff because dishwasher's almost full and I don't want to wash any dishes. So I'm gonna try to use whatever can fit in that dishwasher. Now, I know a lot of people say yes, some people I'm using a little bit of oil. And then, you alright? I'm going to use some sea salt. Use a decent amount. And I'm going to mix it up. And I'll probably have to use a spatula to get all at the bottom mixed up. But once this gets to boiling, I'll be right back. Okay, my water's bubbling nicely. I'm going to use, I think it's called spiral macaroni. Use whatever you want. It's about 3.5 cups. I want to make a decent amount, but I don't want to make an exorbitant amount. I'm just going to put that in there and dump it in there. And I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes for a couple different reasons. First is because I want my vegetables, most of my vegetables that go in this, at least blanched. So at different intervals I'll drop them in there. So at 6 minutes I'm going to drop my carrots in there. 4 minutes I'm going to drop my cauliflower in there. 2 minutes I'm going to drop my broccoli in there. And then I'll check the pasta and when the alarm goes off, and it should be good by then. If it's not, I'll give it another minute or two. And I will keep like my cucumber and my bell peppers raw to go in there for a little crunch. And certain things, like the cucumber, and I also have green olives that I'm going to chop up, and some pickled jalapenos that I'm going to chop up. Those will go on the side for only people that like them, so you can grab a little bit and just, you dish some up for yourself, and then you take the little accoutrements or whatever you like to call them, and you throw them in there, and you got them, and now everybody doesn't need them. Makes it a lot nicer, especially if you got people that don't like certain things. So you can cut up anything. Like, I don't have any onions, which I wouldn't put onions in mine, but I could have done that with some really small diced onions. You alright? And then I have some mixed cheese in the fridge that I'm going to use in it too. I'm hoping to remember, because there's a good chance I will forget. So I'm just going to give this a couple minutes, like I said. And I'll be right back instead of making you watch that and me babbling. Okay, I'm at 6 minutes. And I'm going to, so I got all my vegetables pre-done. Part of it, some of them were starting to go a little bit, even though they were fairly fresh. But I didn't want to waste them. Like that much. And then I'm going to stir that in. I was going to cut them a little smaller, but I decided not to. Alright, so in roughly 2 more minutes, I'm going to put in some more. Okay, we're at the 4 minute mark. And I'm going to put some cauliflower in here. And you can put these in raw too, or put them right in your salad raw too if you want. So that's all up to you. But even though I love raw broccoli, it does not always agree with my stomach. So if I cook it, I seem to not have any issues. So we'll leave it at that. But that's why I do that. I want to stir this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Everything's gone a little bit longer than I wanted because I ordered some bread, or some breadsticks, soda. So I'm going to put my cauliflower, my broccoli in. stir this in. Whoops. And I'm gonna give it, I think 2 minutes. Let me check a piece of pasta because I was pretty sure it's not quite done yet. Okay, guess I'm not gonna check that piece. Mm-hmm. 2 minutes. Because I do want it al dente. I don't want it extremely al dente like it is, but I do want it al dente. So, because I'm not going to shock it, I'm going to put the dressing on it while it's still warm so it sucks it in. So, I don't want it to continue to cook. So that should be just about right. I'll be right back. I still have a dog outside. Alright, it's been 2 more minutes. I just checked. It needs another minute or 2. So I'm just gently going to stir the stuff. So you cook this how you want it. But like I said, I'm underdoing it just a little bit so it can absorb my dressing. And I'm not sponsored, but you'll probably see me use this a couple times. Kraft Italian dressing. I love this stuff. It works great on anything, especially chicken. Yeah. This is a lazy way of doing it. And I'm going to use a little, once all this is in, I'm going to use a little bit of Japanese mayo too. I heard about that from, Sam the Cooking Guy uses it a lot. So I got some off Amazon and you know, this stuff really is good. It flavor's just way better than regular mayonnaise. So I'm going to get this shaken up so I can stir it up. I'm going to test my pasta yet again, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to drop it. That's it. Shut that off. I'm going to move this.
I don't know if you want to just cheese that, so easy. Yeah, see? You wolfed it down, almost made it puke.
Gotta love dogs sometimes, especially when they eat. Okay. Well, I'm gonna set that right there. Like I said, I don't want to have to wash dishes or overfill the dishwasher. I'm gonna mix it right in here, and hopefully this doesn't break any glass. I don't think there's any under there, it's just silverware, but... What's all over the floor?
The water's running off the side of the floor.
Straight up. No, I'll clean up afterwards.
Use a towel.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's not the first time I cleaned water up on the floor today. I'm not going to put that back on the burner, though, because I don't want it to cook a lot more. Then I'm going to put this right in there. Just like that. I don't want to move that. So where? And 1 second. I'm just going to spread out my towel so it absorbs this water so nobody accidentally trips on it. That would not be good. Okay, now I'm just going to take my Italian dressing and give it a good glue. And I'm going to start stirring it up. And it smells so good. Like I said, you can eat this warm too. This is really good warm. And you can use any kind of cheese you want in it. I was going to use some real Parmesan, you know, but I decided not to. I'm going to use bagged cheese instead. There we go. I'll get that nice and mixed up. You don't want to mix it too hard though, because you don't want it to turn to mush. And now I'm going to grab just a little bit, and if I can, of my Japanese mayo. And give it a good squirt. I'm not going to use a ton though, because I don't really want this to be like a mayonnaise based one. I want just a little bit of it. And there we go. And this is just like everything else, go by taste. give it a taste. You like the way it tastes, you leave it like that. If you don't, you change it. That's why she's called Porker. There we go. Okay. Just like that. And then all you do. That's where it's at. And now what you do is have, once it cools down, I don't put cheese in it until it does completely cool down though, because I don't want melted cheese in it. And when I'm just using some of this, I'd never seen this before at the store, and I tried their brand cheese and it was pretty gross, so I decided to pick up a bag of this and try this. So what I'm going to do is let this cool down completely. I'm going to put my cheese in it. Then everybody dishes it up, and you have all these little accoutrements. I think that's what the word, I hope I'm saying the right word. Next. And then if somebody wants something like, because there's also, not going to be right in here, but I'm going to have, like I said, some pickled jalapenos, you know, minced up, some olives minced up. And since not everybody likes that, this is what we do. You grab yourself a bowl, and then put in your extras. And then everybody's happy. And to be honest, if you wanted, you could really just do this with pasta and nothing else, and then just have all your stuff sitting next to it. And eat just like that. That way everybody gets what they want. So some people want literally just, sorry, I got the hiccups. I was cutting up vegetables earlier, plus a couple of bites I've had. And now I'm burping it up. So, that's fast, decent meal, fairly cheap. I'll let you see. Okay, it's cool. That's cooled down enough. That's what she looks like. Of course, it will, like I said, once it cools down 100%, we'll have cheese on it. And then all the extras. So, everybody, take it easy, enjoy yourself, stay healthy. Please like, subscribe, share, and enjoy yourself.